Hi there, it's Justin again, the Renegade Realtor from South Pasadena. Back to talk to you about housing and more specifically the idea of pricing a house low rather than pricing it high, and what that means. Because I feel like it's not intuitive. It's not an obvious thing. But before I go there, I want to say one of the things I've been noticing recently is we're seeing what they call a bear market rally in the stock market, and meaning you get a little spike, but it's on the broader picture is a downward trend, but you're seeing some little spikes, but it won't last. And I have to agree. That's what I think is going on. I think you're going to see a lot of bear market rallies, but in general, over the long term, the prices will decline. And I'm sorry I say that every time I do one of these videos, but I think it's important, and that's kind of part of what I'm doing this for. So go back to the original subject that I'm making this video for. Pricing a house lower, even lower than it comps out at in the beginning, and then raising it when it goes active. And what I mean by that is, a house can go on the MLS as a coming soon. You can do that up to 3 weeks, and you can change the price the day it goes active. So let's say you've agreed with your realtor that it's $900. The realtor's made a good case. That makes sense. $900,000 house. So you put it on coming soon at $850, and it's a deal, right? All the realtors get excited. Oh shit, because they know. It's amazing how good realtors really know the value of a house, and without even comping it. Or if they know the neighborhood, they almost don't need to. Of course, they will comp it, but then they'll comp it, and it'll come out very close to what they thought it was worth. So they'll say, "Oh, well, it's kind of a deal. I'll sell that to my client." Because one of the things to keep in mind is that when in the industry, I've often heard people say that you have to sell, the house has to be sold twice. First, it has to be sold from the seller's agent has to sell it to the buyer's agent, and then the buyer's agent has to sell it to the buyer. So it has to be sold twice. So and that's something to keep in mind. It may not be readily obvious to a seller that the seller's agent is communicating with the buyer's agents, and they want to get them excited, want to get them interested, and putting it at a little kind of it's a little low. Wow, what a deal. And then the house that at the day of it goes active, it goes up to what would have been the right price or the fair market price all along. So is that unethical? I'm not really sure. I think it's okay. I think this is sales, and you want to make an omelet, you have to break a few eggs. So I think it's okay. But if somebody convinces me it's not okay, I'd be like, okay, maybe I'll take that back. I'll tell you I changed my mind. But at this point, I think it's okay. The thing about sales is it's a very funny game. What happens when you get a lot of interest, and nothing does that more than a curiously low price. Obviously, $450 is going to be weird. People are going, what is this? I don't get it. This is half the price it should be. But $850 on a $900,000 house, everyone's going to be like, ooh, deal. I like that. But this whole thing about getting a kind of a flurry of interest and bids is very powerful. There's this, it's almost like a Venturi effect, where if you get enough excitement generated about the property, you get this kind of upwardly spiraling bids coming in. And again, I feel like, is that ethical? Well, yeah, I think it is. It's just, as long as you're not out and out, when you're, when you're just doing an out and out lie. I don't think that's, I think it's okay. The whole issue of buying on emotion, and people are making this huge purchase, and they're getting excited, and they're trying to outbid each other. And the fact that, a good seller's agent can whip some of that up. And again, if you're the seller, remember these people are they're working hard for you, and they're being strategic for you, and they're trying to get you the best price they can. And that seems to be the thing that works better than anything else that I've seen. And when I first heard of it, that's odd. Why don't you just price it high and let them come down? Strangely enough, it doesn't seem to work that way. Houses that are overpriced really sit there. People just don't get excited. The buyer's agents are like, these people don't know what they're doing. It's too high, and it's amazing. It's like, well, it's only 10%. If you price it at $1 million, it's only 10% over 900. Wouldn't somebody like say, it's got nice hedges? It doesn't work that way. And incredibly, mostly people treat houses like commodities. It's like buying gold. Now, obviously, gold has a very precise price, but houses they're not gold, but it's a pretty narrow window when you're dealing with agents who know the terrain and who are buyer's agents who are going to urge their clients not to overpay, So, but I would really like to get feedback as to what do you think of this idea, and would you if you're a seller, would you want your agent to do that? You think it's ethical? I think it's a hell of a strategy, for sure, whether it's ethical or not. But talk to me. I'd love to know what you think. All right. Have a good day.